Yo.
Hey, what's up? We back.
All right, we are here. Welcome to another episode of Young, Black, and Broke. You got your nice, wonderful three hosts. This is Tim. Everybody else go ahead and fill yourself in.
It's your boy Kyle.
This is Ariana. Ooh, I like how you just cut me off there.
I mean, it wasn't really a cutoff. It was somebody.
I will
And
be second, I will be third.
I know y'all hearing y'all probably trying to figure out who's that fourth voice. We have our special guest. Somebody give me a drum roll. Let me get a drum roll. There we go. Special guest. First light skin on the podcast. First one. Yes, there we go. We got my nigga Anthony Sessions in the building.
What's up, man? How you
feeling?
What's good?
How you feeling, bro?
It's such an honor to be here, y'all.
Man, we appreciate it.
You know, you can't talk about this podcast without thinking of me.
Hey, you right, bro?
I'm black. I'm broke.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Have you listened to all of our episodes?
Hey, I'm an amazing fan of the show.
That's funny.
And I think everything that we're doing right here, we're pushing the movement. And
There we go. See, there we go. When we get our little drops and stuff, we're gonna throw the sound effect applause over that, bro.
right now in the culture, we like to binge, and so I'm a binge.
Oh, this dude he's prepared. He said we like to binge. This nigga is prepared.
Oh yes.
Oh man, but in case y'all wondering, man, me and Anthony, we go way back like 4 flats on all the Cadillacs. I met this nigga in 2006. Man. And he been a good nigga ever since. So, you know, he just finished school when?
Yeah. This past, we wrapped it up. I crossed the stage last year. I really just wrapped up down in Santa Barbara this past winter, y'all.
Oh, that's lit.
Man,
that's lit.
Y'all can't believe it.
Yeah.
Believe it.
So what you get your degree in?
I studied political science, y'all.
Okay.
Political science, got a certificate in sports management. Wouldn't believe what it was.
Oh, not bad.
Studied a lot though, man.
So what do you do now?
Right now, I'm working at a company real quick. Cause trust me, but if y'all ever trust me, I got a hookup. If y'all ever out there needing some love, check out your resumes.
Hey, no, for real.
What do they do?
We'll speak off the podcast.
Everybody out there looking for a job, man. There's a lot of different ways, and I can help you out if you looking.
Hey,
that's what's up. See, and that's what this podcast is all about. It's about giving other young, black, and broke niggas a look. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But look, let's get into these. As y'all know, this is a bonus episode. If y'all can't tell, we just decided to go ahead and throw y'all a little something.
Episode 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. Because we kind of appreciate all the love and stuff we've been getting, and like I said, we've been wanting to just kind of do a little more, show y'all we appreciate it. So let's go ahead and run through these.
Because I'm light skinned, I guess I'll just make the 0.5, but we're gonna make it special.
Oh yeah, exactly. Man, well let's.
Upset at me out there, but we ain't gonna get into that topic today.
Man, let's run through these current events, man. What y'all got up there?
Hey, yo, we might as well talk about Colgate University. So if you hadn't heard, Colgate University is in Hamilton, New York, and they recently shut down the campus with reports of an active shooter, and it turns out it was a 6'2" black male with a hot glue gun who was trying to hurry to finish his art project. So basically what happened was the security director received a report that an armed black man was located on the campus. 2 students saw a shirtless black male with a backpack, a phone, and what looked like a gun in his hand. And so, once they got all the news, they called in the FBI, they called National Security Guard, and basically they shut the campus down for 4 hours looking for him. And when they finally found him, they found him in the art building and only found out that he had a hot glue gun. So, some people are saying that the campus did a good job of locking it down because it could have been a potential threat. And then other people were saying that they took it too far, that this could have cost this man his life, because all he was doing was getting to his art class with a hot glue gun. So how y'all feeling about it?
So hold on, let me break the story down for everybody who might not be as intelligent. Basically, a nigga was on campus, going to class, minding his business. Anthony, you've been on campus minding your business before, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Kyle, have you been on campus minding your business before?
Most definitely.
Ariana?
I have.
Okay, so he was minding his own business. He probably walking, think what all college kids think. Oh, I'm going to go and holler at this girl, or I'm just trying to make some money to pay off these debts.
Or I'm trying to finish my art project.
Yeah, the usual. So somebody spotted him, and they said, ooh, black dude. Ooh, what's that in his hand? And they just assumed it was a gun.
Although a hot glue gun and an actual gun look nothing alike, But I digress.
Okay, so we can admit this is a classic case of racial profiling.
Oh, okay.
Classic?
Classic.
Classic.
Racial profiling is classic, bro.
As of today. It
Classic
is.
like Illmatic.
Unfortunately, it is classic. So many African American men are being killed for things lesser than this with a can of iced tea and Skittles.
Exactly.
So we can see this is your classic case of racial profiling on the students' part. But
Mm-hmm.
what I don't understand is why are we blaming the security chief for doing his job? He received a tip and he acted on it. Why are we blaming him?
I have a question for you. Like, serious
Go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
If your job is to just, let's just say, follow tips, but you follow bad tips, should you be blamed for that?
No, I feel like he took the proper precautions.
Off of a bad tip.
He didn't know it was a bad tip. He might have he could have investigated a bit more, but we don't know to the level that he investigated this story before he took all those precautions and called the FBI, SWAT team, or whoever else came.
And so do you know what this story sounds like? Tamir Rice, because it was reported that he had a gun when he didn't. And so the police went there, and within less than 5 seconds, they shot him just because they thought he had a gun.
So their action of shooting him was wrong,
And
but
not
was
wrong.
their action of showing up wrong? No, they took the proper precautions.
Well, no.
They did their
Let's
job.
time out. With this situation, is really, and let's say it's a blessing right now.
Speaking to the mic, Ant.
Right now, what's really a blessing is that the difference in this situation, no one was shot.
Yep.
To be first and foremost.
That's true.
This situation was handled much differently.
This could have got
That's why
ugly.
with Tamir Rice was shot by police officers, which was completely uncalled for.
Most definitely.
And rest in peace to him every day. And that continues to happen. But in this situation, too, we have another case where a black man, how do we need the FBI,
SWAT team,
who
and National
home-
Security Guard.
National Security.
I'm assuming that's a standard practice with this university.
Whether he-
That's
How
my
can you
assumption.
assume that
I
though?
don't think he called in. We have an African American
Okay.
male. Send everybody. I don't think that's the case. I
No,
really
no.
don't.
But it was
I think
said it was
that's
an
a standard
African American
practice.
male.
And I'm
And when the kids reported, they said an African American male, 6'2",
And do you
with a
think
gun.
extra backup came because he was an African American male? I
Yes.
think they came because it was an
Yep.
active shooter.
And no, and that's a key term that you just phrased in on right there.
Active shooter.
That's where I think that you really need to look back at when the report was made. This is where a key problem and the discretion was made. There was
Somebody
no
got to look up
active
the definition of
shooter.
active.
Who confirmed the
There
active
was no
shooter?
bullets. There was no shots fired. Who confirmed the active shooter?
So we're
And
agreeing
when
he
you
could
look
have
through the
investigated
reports-
more, but at the same time, I think he made the right call for calling for backup and security, taking the proper precaution because all he knows at this point.
But he
is
took
there
the
is a
proper
quote-unquote
precautions on a
active
bad tip,
shooter.
though. That's my
Bad
thing
tip.
about it. It's like just.
You
Well,
can't just go out here-
that's his bad on discretion, but I'm
'Cause you
not
gotta-
mad at him. I'm not mad at him for.
But
doing
we
his
get
job.
mad at all the other cops that go out there and do stuff on bad tips. I ain't about to get this dude a pass.
So they go, they get the tip right, and they
Mm-hmm.
go to the situation. What they do from there makes all the difference. You kill the guy, of course, the blame is on you. But just you showing up to the issue, I don't feel like we should be blaming him for that.
So we already know when you put cops in a high stress situation, they don't always act with the best mindset, and so
And
this
that's
could
an issue.
easily.
That's a problem.
But this could have easily happened.
Yeah, I'm about
But
to
I'm
say,
still,
he-
but at the end of the day, I'm still calling the cops if I'm in a distressed situation.
And so, I mean, let's key in on some things here. There's a few points you're trying to make. You're saying that we should not be mad at the officer for responding the way he did. And what is that? By what? Responding by calling other police officers.
Yes.
And so then the police officers then decide to respond by calling what? The
SWAT, FBI, National Guard.
the National Guard. I feel like a key
I
problem
feel
here
like it's
is
something-
the
there's something
escalation of this
missing in that
situation
story.
without any evidence
Yeah.
of any shots, any
Why it
victims, any
escalated, I'm not
fire.
arguing. I have no
This-
idea why it
this is where there's a
escalated.
key
Because he
problem
was
here that
black.
lies, and now some people will argue this is this can be a direct correlation between the high strung and the tension of terrorism right now. You look at the different situations we've had popping up in other cities that this creates discretion. You know, I'm not gonna get into it deeply, but coming even from UC Santa Barbara, shout out all my gauchos. We dealt with our own victims in our own situations.
Hold up, stop my time. What the hell is a gaucho?
Y'all don't know about the gaucho.
No, bro.
Hey, shout out Isla Vista. We got a lot of people out there getting it. Man.
Hey, but-
a gaucho,
It is funny that you.
like a Spanish vaquero. It's like a cowboy. A
Oh, thank
rancher.
you, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
English was necessary.
no. Shout out to vaqueros. That's Santa Barbara City College out there too.
It's funny you mention that though, because when they had sent me the story and then I had sent it, the email to you, I had thought about how the whole the Rodgers thing went down. Because if I'm not mistaken, I had texted you when it happened, like, oh, what's going on, just to kind of see, like, if you was good and everything, or if you had caught a hot one. But you was just like, yeah, it's kind of chill. You wasn't like near it or anything. But I had thought about that too, like that stuff could happen. But I just felt like this didn't have that same kind of vibe.
Because they send the emails out to the students, emails out to the parents, emails out to everybody saying that it was an active shooter.
Which is standard protocol.
No, it's not standard
that
protocol.
That is standard protocol. I get emails and text messages from my campus.
Not if it's not confirmed.
I got one today, actually.
You will get emails for your campus, and I don't want to get into that situation at all, but Isla Vista, Santa Barbara PD, they handle that situation excellently.
They let
tried
you
their
know
best.
As soon as possible to
the
lock down.
lives that were lost that will never be forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely RIP.
And I'm not, but again, all these situations are very high strung. They're high status. One officer should not be making the decisions for the entire school like that. And now you have an entire campus having to respond to a situation with racial profiling, which is actually something they've had to deal with before. If you look through the reports, Colgate has had a history where students have not felt represented, that black students and people of color have not felt like they've had a place on the university's campus. And now you have another situation where one student, because he looks a certain way, a denomination, however you look at it, there's a bright orange tip on the front of this glue gun, there's a bright orange tip on the bottom with a black extension cord.
That's true.
And he's walking through campus.
We all agree this is an instance of racial profiling. But what I'm not understanding,
but it's also just an instance of ignorance to me, because if you've seen a UWAP, you know that a glue gun don't look like that.
As the security director, how would you have handled this situation?
So
I would have investigated like a normal fucking person.
How much time do you put in investigating while there is a quote unquote
enough if you're gonna call in the boys?
Yeah, before you call an active shooter.
My first instinct is to contact whoever is over the institution and tell them, I got a tip, there's an active shooter. The first thing they do is put the students on lockdown for their safety. That's the first thing they do.
But they don't say an active shooter like it was something that was.
So they could have worded it wrong. Bottom line, you're going on lockdown.
But the term active shooter could have gotten him killed.
Well, I think that's the first step he made correctly. The students are under lockdown for their safety.
Lockdown is one thing.
And no. And that's true. No, going into lockdown, I will agree, is very safe. That was a good protocol to do. If you believe there is a shooter, if you believe there's any type of threat, a school has every right to put their students in the lockdown. Yes,
definitely.
The biggest problem that you then have
calling in the boys
is coming in, guns blazing, armed, ready to fire, without any type of evidence, any type of one willing to. There's an understanding here again where that if they walked into this situation, if they came across this man, they were ready to shoot on sight. If they saw anything that matched that suspect, and at that point, what description did you have besides another 6'2" black male
with basically something in his hands?
Exactly.
Because they called out a glue gun, so that could have been anything from afar.
I think calling the police is a natural response.
But
how?
The question
because they're the ones that's going to investigate. Is this an active shooter?
But if you're the director of security on the campus,
they're looking along with the director of security to make sure this is not a real threat. Because had it have been a real threat, you would have needed backup regardless. So I think it's just smart to already have police present. And how it escalated to the FBI and the SWAT team is where the issue comes in. Then we could argue, okay, it's because he was black. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's very true, and that's why I believe that one argument can be made again that there's a lot of tension in the air right now and a fear of maybe some type of domestic terrorist attack that's really motivating people to want to assume the worst out of everybody. But again, it's becoming onto someone of color.
Yeah.
Why does it always seem to be the black man, the brown minority, the Arab, the Muslim? It's never.
I agree. It's always the minority.
It's never someone who of lighter skin.
We're viewed as a threat. It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's not right, but it's how society is.
But how many? Again, as Tim pointed out, why we're letting ignorance slip by. We're letting ignorance get a chance to.
And it's not even like just the fact that we're letting ignorance slip by. It's the fact that we've seen this play out so many other times. It's like, damn, dog. When is somebody actually gonna stop and be like, all right, let me see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Let me like approach it like logically. Why do I have to be quick trigger to call the police so they can be quick trigger to come out there with the AK?
I think he did approach it logically. That's
I don't think so.
His protocol to call for backup in case of a situation.
But your backup is.
Had it have been an active shooter, he needed police presence. From there, how the police called the SWAT team, that's still where I'm in disbelief. I don't know how it escalated when there was no active shooter found. I don't know how it escalated that far.
I think it sounds like the people who, started the report just had a case of, that Bow Wow challenge because, reporting something for what it is when it's really not. So
Great transition, brother.
And so speaking
Thank you.
of that, with the Bow Wow challenge, Bow Wow got caught up fake flexing yesterday.
He lifted some weight off of me just now.
So basically, he posted a picture on Instagram that included a private jet, only to have another picture taken of him by a passenger of him flying commercial. So now, the internet.
That nigga was
crazy.
cramped up commercial too. It wasn't no like first class.
cramped.
That nigga was in the cabin.
Yeah. Had 3 seats right there. So basically the internet, got it and they started the Bow Wow challenge. And so you got everybody posting things. So I saw this one dude, he had 4 bottles of alcohol, zoomed in all on it, looking nice. And then he zoomed out.
It's the mini bottles.
Man, it's the mini bottles. He got 4 of them.
Okay, so side note, I think
What's up?
people are slept on the mini bottles. I don't know about y'all, but I low key be
Fake
fucked
Ain't
up
enough.
off 2
Fake
shots.
Ain't enough. Nope, ain't enough.
flexing.
Ain't enough.
I
Fake
spent
flex.
less
I'ma
than
need the
$10
big bottle in hand.
and I'm drunk. 2
Nah.
shots.
You're lying to
Two
you.
Lightweight.
Yeah, man. You
Y'all-
that's when you look. That's because this podcast is called Young Black and Broke that you feel that way.
So
That's
you gotta
why.
get
True,
up
which is true. I live on a budget, but y'all are asleep on the personal.
Nah,
side.
nigga, we ain't sleep. You just ain't came up.
Time out. For my taller brothers at the table, we are not getting over on that. That's not.
Yeah.
Sleep. I feel like guys are just too prideful to get the smallest bottles.
It's not even. It's not. Look, look. See, here's the thing. You saying guys, but you know me. You done seen me walk into the little mini mart and the little liquor store and get the little tiny bottle. It just don't do much. So if I can afford it, I'm going for the big one, the big one, and I might share.
I think people are asleep on the person.
Nah.
I mean, we're talking about
wake
Bow
up,
Wow.
wake up and get you like 3
I
personals and
No,
you're
no,
good.
no.
mean, this dude Bow Wow been
Alright.
taking L's left and right. I
Nah,
mean, didn't
but-
he have the whole Ivanka
but-
Trump thing saying we gonna run trains?
Oh,
with her?
that was funny though.
And then he had the thing.
He
at
was
the
an idiot
Grammys-
with that.
He had the thing at the Grammys to where it was like he was supposed to transition and then LL Cool J coming
Yeah.
on, but he was just acting.
He
you
did
know,
it super early.
Yeah.
You know what's real sad? Yeah, I feel like Bow Wow really saw himself at one point trying to be the next Will Smith, and it just never.
He
Man,
did.
He wanted to.
You think so?
He wanted to.
Yes, because
I didn't see him aim that high.
he kind of followed that
Yeah.
blueprint.
He started
think-
The
rapping.
the rapping.
Yeah.
The rapping is what got him on in the first place
Yeah.
because like that's what he was doing.
And
I
then,
guess
like,
out
Mike
here.
really put him on.
And I say that from standpoint that that's where his confidence level's at, and that's why we see these type of posts being made.
man.
Fake flexing. I mean,
I'm just
it's
saying.
fine.
Bruh. But see, here's the thing though, because like this kind of where I feel bad because if he had got away with it, like if old dude didn't basically put him on blast,
We think he'd be cooking.
we'd be
right now.
thinking, oh, Bow Wow out here doing a private jet thing, but nope. Somebody was like, oh, nigga, you thought, oh, nigga, you flying private? Oh, okay, let me get this out to the world.
Man, the last thing this dude had that was any good was let me hold you.
Hey, and
After
time
the
out,
hold you.
time out. One of those emojis I really love, bro. When the dude has his fridge empty and he puts the emojis on it. Man. Problem was I got hungry. I was like, damn.
Full fridge.
Man, all right.
Only is.
I mean, we could talk about some real ballers though.
What else we
a
got
new
on
baller
the
couple.
agenda?
So it's reported that Nicki
Is this my
and
couple?
Nas.
Oh, there we
Nasir
go.
Jones.
I'm so
Yeah,
here
they
for
supposed
it.
to. Hey,
I am here for
Hey,
it.
it's supposed to be a little thing. So basically, this morning, Nicki Minaj she posted a picture on Instagram with a caption
You know what though?
of "Only kings recognize queens." Had a picture of her and Nas all cuddled up,
Nas, don't do
and
this.
then not to
Nas,
mention that
don't do it.
they had a nice little makeout session in one of her videos in 2012 for the music video "Right by My Side."
Yeah.
So they was making out in that. So it's
Song
leading
is
people
trash,
to
by the
believe.
way.
Yeah. So it's leading people to believe that they might be a secret couple.
Hold on. What year did you say that video was?
2012.
That's pretty neat.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And is it post Safari?
Nas, don't do it. Nah, I think that's during Safari.
Ooh.
Nas, don't do it. Don't. Nas,
Okay, so
go
why
find
not?
Khalees, brother.
I don't-
not?
Go find Khalees. Why?
Why not?
I don't
Why?
know that well. Hold on, but honestly,
Why?
I'm with her.
Because he
I'm
is
with her.
Nas.
I feel like
That's
I feel like
why.
it could work. I
He
feel
is
like it could work.
Nas.
Nas is a legend.
One of
About
the
it.
one of the
They live,
goats.
They live similar lifestyles.
No, they don't.
They're
Time out,
both
time-
very successful.
Ooh, she's right.
They both
Nas,
love pop culture. They're both
This is why
black
not.
artists.
Honestly, this is why not. I don't have
Visually,
a
they look good together.
I don't care about the visual. I'm gonna go straight hip hop. Why? Because Nas is putting that pen to paper by himself. Nicki
Yep.
putting that pen to
Hey.
paper with 10 other people.
Hold on.
And
So
I
Nas is
don't
gonna be a new
want exactly.
ghostwriter.
I don't want
Nas is
nobody.
gonna be a new
I don't want
ghostwriter.
nobody saying, "Oh, so Nas is feeding Nicki bars when Nicki starts spitting trash." That's why. I don't want none of that. That's why I'm telling Nas don't do it.
Time out though. But you gonna let him hit my milkshakes?
That song is hard. Alright, Milkshake by Khalees is hard.
That is hard.
It's been in commercials, it's been in movies. Yeah, right. Yeah, man, it's dope. Like
Yeah,
I can't even hate on it,
I'm
but
just saying, you look at what Nicki Minaj is accomplishing right now in her career. You look at how Nas is low key old head.
But he's
and he is old though.
No. No disrespect to Nas because man, really just one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
got a lot
that's
of
true.
respect. I'll not say old head in no disrespectful way. I'm saying that in the
Yeah, he's saying it in the OG
hip-hop,
terms.
we get
Yeah.
exactly in terms of hip hop and what he stands for. Nicki Minaj is someone who tried to say she was. We've never been sure she's not. That kind of wraps that up. But I mean, look at that combination.
I'm kind of separating.
Why would you be mad at him hitting? That's what I'm saying though.
See,
I'm
but
not
like I said,
really
I don't have a reason to be mad that he hitting. It's the fact that I know what's coming. I know Nicki gonna come out with some singles and they're gonna be like, oh, so Safari was writing your bars.
I really
He was your
don't think
last
so.
man.
I think
So
she's heading in the
Nas?
direction of pop music. I think she's getting
and that's
away
not gonna
from
work.
rap. I
She's
think
a
she's getting away
rapper.
from rap.
And that's what she's gonna lose.
If
her
she was
money.
getting away from rap, she
So I
wouldn't
don't
have put out
think
that
Nas is
garbage
gonna
ass No
influence- I don't think Nas
Frauds.
is gonna influence her.
Yeah, she did. put out No
If she was
Frauds.
getting away from rap, No Frauds
Yeah.
would have never came out. I
But that was
strongly
in
believe
response
that.
to that situation.
The
But if you're
situation-
getting away from rap, why do you care?
Yeah.
She'll come back to rap if the pop money slows down. Let's be honest.
I mean,
That's what they all do.
no, but
So
then
that's
the
true.
I mean, the true rap fans not gonna want to listen to her because, like, hey, you
I
trying
feel
to
like
go pop?
the true
you
rap
try-
fans are done with her.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I feel like we've been
We
there.
we were never on board.
Nah. No, hold
Who was
up,
on board?
hold up.
Wait a
Let-
minute.
Who was on-
Her
Nicki Minaj-
mixtapes. Her
Nicki-
mixtapes now. Come on.
And not even that.
Who was
Nicki
on board
Minaj
with
first
Nicki?
got on Young
Scotty, I
Money.
was in it.
Come
I was
on,
in it.
Yeah,
she
no.
was killing everything.
Nikki had the freestyle, what is it, the itty bitty piggy
Itty
in the
Bitty
market.
Piggy, that was tough.
That was
That was
cool,
tough.
but
That
that's
was
about
tough.
it.
No, it's
The hip hop
What?
community
Monster?
The hip
Hold
hop
on.
community
Monster?
supported Nicki.
What?
The hip hop
We
community supported
started-
Nicki.
we
She
started-
came up.
Let me say,
and she
it's
blew up too.
it's
And
certain
what you guys
things-
doesn't is
Let's
wrong.
not disrespect.
And see,
She got hit.
I can agree with that.
There's a certain fan base that definitely did not. Like she was split, but she had.
And I was in that fan base that did not. I didn't hop on. I wasn't
And I'll admit
sold.
with you. Like I wasn't a huge Nicki Minaj
But
fan,
she
but
has
you cannot
hits, though.
deny some of the bars and delivery that she had on some of her own.
But they
songs
could have been
and
manufactured.
features.
That's what they're
Yeah,
saying.
and that's my point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to deny it, but I can also admit that you probably ain't have nothing to do with that. You just sat there and delivered it, which is cool too, because that takes
I mean,
talent.
the same
But
thing Eazy-E did. So
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not even hating on the fact that she's had ghostwriters. I just don't want Nas associated with it because I really feel like if people out here slandering Nas, I don't think I could take it. I really don't.
See,
I
but
really
Nas,
I
don't.
think if
Yeah.
anything, Nas gets a W for this relationship.
Nas is making Silicon
Every
Valley
nigga
money.
in the game has been
And
trying to get
hitting
at
Young
Nicki.
Booty.
And he's endorsing Hennessy. They don't get too much blacker than
Speaking
that.
of Hennessy and drinks, what? Hey, y'all, my mama went to the Caribbean. Shouts out, Young Kevin.
Yo, I saw you got the Hennessy White.
Because real talk,
How is that? How is that not on the table right now?
real talk. I slipped up, y'all. That's how I'm gonna get back
man.
on the show. Because they don't have to bring me back.
Come
that's
through.
for that Hennessy.
Come
You know what I'm
through.
saying?
Where did she get it?
But this is that really connected me. But this came from the Caribbean, y'all.
Yeah, because you can't get it in the States. You can get it in
That's
Mexico
what I
and on the
hear. I heard
islands.
You can't bring it back either.
So you know what I'm saying? This is how
Hey,
we
hold up,
live.
man.
y'all.
Ariana, you snitching? Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
Snitches get
What you
stitches,
doing?
Ariana.
We gonna
You
make
making a block hot.
we gonna have to start censoring shit.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of this, because since we are on this real quick, Ariana, man, you are a bus thrower underer. I listened back to the last episode. I'm so happy I talked over you. You tried to throw me under the bus.
Please.
I don't want to reiterate it. I'm just saying you tried to.
Roadkill.
But Kyle, did she try to throw me under the bus?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Roadkill.
We're talking about dating and relationships.
Okay. Why are you bringing it back?
If you know you are gaming several women, if
Whoa,
you-
whoa,
Maybe you shouldn't be
what are you
talking
doing?
about certain
What are you
things.
doing? What are you doing?
If you know-
Oh, Lord, man.
This is what happens,
Oh,
y'all.
If you
We
really
try
want
to
to
we
get
just
to it.
never
Nah,
push
man.
past.
What else
They
we
try to
got on the
open it up,
current
try to
events,
open it
man?
up.
Oh,
If you really want to take it back, we can take it
nah,
back.
man. Let's. What else we got on the current events,
Man,
Kyle?
hey, on a sadder note, we do have the news that season 7 of Scandal
Oh
will
yeah,
be
this
the
hurt my
last
heart.
season.
Hold up,
So,
y'all.
the
Moment of
season
silence.
6, yeah,
Moment of silence, real quick. All right, yeah,
All
because
right,
that was tough. Oh man.
Yeah, so this upcoming season will be the last season. Shonda Rhimes and their team haven't confirmed it yet, but it's reported by People Magazine that they will start announcing it soon. Probably within the next couple weeks, next couple episodes, because next season will be the last.
Okay, so I feel like think she'll replace it with something
Like
better
what?
or is equally entertaining?
No, because
No,
she
ain't
tried it
nothing.
with the other show.
With How to Get Away with Murder, man.
No. Actually, How to Get Away with Murder first season was good.
The first couple seasons were pretty good.
The first season was good.
couple seasons.
But then she tried.
This is coming from somebody who actually like tried to watch.
No, then she tried with
both of the
the.
seasons. I
And then she
stopped
tried the
now.
show with the two white. With the two white people, basically, he was a spy.
That's actually good though. I've watched a couple episodes.
What
That
show?
is not bad. It's called.
I forgot the name of it, but basically, he's a spy or something, and she's.
Let me look it up so I can give it to the
I don't
people.
think
But go ahead.
Yeah, but she's. I didn't really care for it after like the first season because it just. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it wasn't as popping. Like her two shows that people remember her for are gonna be Scandal and Grey's. So I mean, I
have
feel
faith
like.
in Shonda. I feel like she's gonna fill the slot. With
I mean,
something even better.
yeah.
How to Get Away
Or
with Murder
comparable.
is never gonna go away, y'all.
I definitely
You know
like
what
How to
I'm
Get
saying?
Away with
You
Murder.
like
Like
it
the
too?
first season was good.
I would argue that's
Kyle, it's called
on
The
the
Catch.
same level.
Yes,
as
The
Scandal
Catch. That's what it is.
When I stopped watching it, I felt like they weren't coming to any conclusions.
How to Get Away with Murder is like.
I kinda lost
Viola
interest.
Davis has been able to carry that show and propel everyone on
Yeah.
that show.
But I guess that makes sense because Grey's Anatomy's on like what, the 20th season or some shit like
I
that.
know this
For real?
is a kind of a reach, but has anybody here watched Pretty Little Liars?
I stopped.
Reese
at,
used
like,
to
the
really
second.
watch it, and I was kind of watching it with her a
That's
little
another
bit.
show that
but
hasn't come to a conclusion.
But that's
but
what
it's
How to
not
Get
a
Away
studio.
with
Yeah,
Murder
yeah,
is to me.
Yeah, it's gonna keep
I know,
on
me
doing
too.
that.
I agree.
It's like
Yeah.
it's gonna keep on trying to find A, and then it turns out A is somebody else.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is somebody else.
So A is this person? Psych, nigga.
no,
it's this
it's
person.
that person.
Yeah, right.
Blatantly
Like, and that's what I feel like How to Get Away with
disrespectful.
Murder
You're
is.
insulting my
Yeah.
intelligence. Touching the show and you're insulting my
And
intelligence.
Yes.
what I like about this move, honestly, and the reason I've been so quiet on the subject is because I haven't kept up with Scandal, y'all. I didn't want to get booed. And
Shaking my head.
You know,
Right.
You're so sweet.
but at the
Right.
same time, like what Shonda Rhimes does, and why I like this move is it's great to have something come to full circle. It's great to have that completion, and it's hard as a fan. I know
Yeah.
because you get invested, you want to see the characters develop, but that's also the gathering of a story. You know what I'm saying? The ending of a legacy. That's what makes something.
Can we
also
can we
good.
talk
You get
about
that.
this season a
that
little bit
resolution.
So
or
all right,
not?
so I've
I feel
only
like
got
there's
into
so much more she
Hold on.
can do.
Don't do that. There might.
let's not do it. Yeah, because you said you didn't watch it too, so yeah, let's not do
You can't
that.
throw
Let's
too many
not do
spoilers
that.
out there like that.
Because I kind of feel like she's gotta like.
She
It's
can
open.
really
It's open right
expand
now.
her-
Like I
there's
know you
so
haven't
much
like
more.
kept up, but it's open right now. It could go a lot
So
of
you
places.
feel like she can capitalize off of this and never have to even make another show?
Not
again?
never.
Like
not never.
I didn't
Every
watch.
show has an expiration
Yeah,
date,
yeah.
Not never.
I didn't watch last Thursday's episode, but I feel like where we're at this point in the season,
It's good enough.
It's open. Like
Yeah.
she could go
Anywhere.
with it.
So I would give it a couple more seasons. I would get that check
Yeah, I
for a
don't.
couple more.
But this
seasons.
makes me
Very-
think that something's going on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's not gonna leave us hanging. She has to fill this.
I don't think it's Isaiah Washington calling
gonna do a
somebody the
spin-off
F
or
word
something?
going on.
I mean,
but
she's
I think
an
something's
excellent
going
writer,
on.
so-
Yeah, anything can happen. But I guess since we're on the topic of beautiful black women, we can get into this little topic for Mother's Day. So Mother's Day Sunday, and we all really love our mothers. Shout out mama, shout out. And so I guess we can go around the table and we can each give our top 3 characteristics of our mom, and just explain a little bit about how she
Oh, hold
means
up.
to
Our
us.
top 3 characteristics. Can we just talk about how much she means to
Nope,
us? I don't
top
want
three.
to. I don't want to put my mom in the top
Hey,
3.
Top 3.
I love my mommy too much.
Damn, I know that's difficult. That's difficult. I already had to sneak in that shot.
Yeah.
Out just because anytime
Right.
you know. Love you, mama.
Yeah, right. Yeah, mama, we made it.
Ooh.
Well, I'll go top 3 for my mom.
Yeah, go ahead.
For my moms, the top 3 has to be love off top, but I guess that's a given.
Oh, we just gonna give generic stuff. See, that's why we ain't doing no top 3 finish. But go ahead, finish yours up.
You gonna go generic.
The next one gonna be Karen. She care about you, nigga.
She feed me too.
Embellish and say all the other words you can say.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing bad.
It's gonna get that. It's gonna be like, well, I got the same thing.
Well,
she loved me too. I guess.
My mommy love me too.
Aaron, I got a question for you. When Kyle's finished with his top 3, go ahead, Kyle, finish it up.
I mean,
Big up your moms.
that was no point.
Oh, okay. All right. Aaron, I hate to.
Big ass Kyle,
I hate to.
She the one. She the one.
I hate to exclude you two from the conversation real quick. Who you think mom like more, me or you?
Me.
It's always
Absolutely.
the oldest.
You think
It's
so?
always the firstborn.
I mean, only because I feel like I'm the only daughter. Had there been another daughter, she would have been the favorite.
I hate to burst your bubble. All right, what else?
Dang.
What else?
Hold on. But it's 3
I
of
saw
y'all.
that coming. I saw that.
It's 3 of y'all. So out of
let's
out
keep
of
it
the-
real. Let's keep it real.
Hold
Who do you
up.
think is your mom's favorite?
The person on this podcast definitely not the favorite. The person who's not on here is definitely not on. He's not. He can't be.
I would argue that I'm the favorite.
You really think so?
Absolutely.
I could argue that too.
And
just
it is gender bias. We can relate more.
I really don't think so. I think I'm actually both our parents' favorite, honestly.
I would say your dad's favorite. I feel like I'm dad's least favorite.
Hold up. So about y'all other brother, who loves him?
Whatever adoption agency gave him to us. Duh.
You talented.
Man, Tyler,
Shout
you my
out,
brother.
Tyler.
Hey,
You the one.
I'm shouting you
Yeah,
out,
shout out to Tyler. He
But I feel
alright.
like it's a different relationship because of the age. Because they're still
They're only 1 year
quote unquote
apart.
parenting.
No,
But
we
they're still
talking about
parenting him.
yeah, Tyler.
Yeah.
He's still dependent. They don't have any financial
I hope
ties
your
or
parents hear
anything
this and
to
they
us.
just laugh, and then they go.
Oh no!
Then they gonna look
I
at each other.
can't listen. They're not allowed to listen.
The funny
No.
thing is they gonna look at each other and then ask themselves the question like, which one do you?
What you
I don't like none of them niggas.
You'd be like, I just been waiting for.
They all always annoying.
Man, I'm glad they got the hell up out the house.
Yeah, nah.
And they
I
stopped
really think I'm the
asking for
favorite.
Food, we're good. But now they're making the podcast. So.
Oh, I do got a top 3 for y'all, and
What's up,
I think it was your top 3, but I'm gonna just ask it now since we're on the topic of mothers. What is y'all top 3 favorite TV mothers
Well,
from
since it's
black television shows? That's what yours was, right?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. All right, well, I guess I'll go ahead and start it off. So, my top 3, number 1, it has to be Dark Skin and Viv. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That has to be all
Well,
time.
we about to debate.
Number 1.
We about to
They
debate.
I know you ain't doing Dark Skin versus
We
light.
bout-
Let's
You
not.
like dark skin of Viv better than
Anyways,
light skin of
yes,
Viv?
Anyways,
For real?
Number 2.
Even though we've seen way more light skin of Viv.
Number two
I don't understand.
is Monique from the Parkers.
I was just about to say
That's
that.
my number
Nikki
2.
Parker.
Hey,
She
Nikki-
embodies
hey.
what I would have wanted in a mother.
Hold up. And then number 3 is Jay from My Wife and Kids. That's gonna round
That's
out
a
my
good
top-
one.
and
That's
gonna
a good
round
one.
out my top 3.
Hey, shouts out.
That's a good one.
Those are cool.
I like that.
So who's gonna go next? Who's gonna go
They
next?
fucked up Junior, bruh.
Yo,
I was just gonna skip past
Man,
that.
they always pop them upside the head, and then they let him have a baby.
bro.
I don't know if I can co-sign that.
My man had a
Right
baby
there, bro.
in his parents' bed, though, too.
Hey, in a bed, disrespectful. And
You know
then
what I'm saying? I don't know if I
his
can
room was in
co-sign
the garage.
Hey, you remember Calvin, the big dude?
Hold on, was that her?
Is that right?
Hold on, was that his brother-in-law?
He was like the neighbor. Yeah, something like that, right?
He's like the brother-in-law. So who you got top 3?
Yeah, what you got, Ariane?
Okay, I was just thinking about
We're
it.
going in a circle.
So I have Trudy from the Proud
That's on
Family.
mine.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Trudy from the Proud Family.
Okay.
The animated shows, I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
I would say Nikki Parker. I like that she was fun. She probably wouldn't have done much mothering, but I mean
She
more
didn't.
so as a mom who's more so your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking on this third one. I can't even think of something. Oh, and just for the quirkiness, I'll put in who's Raven? What's her mom's name? From That's a Raven. What's her mom's name?
Hey,
I don't even
forgot-
remember.
Hey, we can go with that. She was really cool.
I really
She was
liked her
really cool.
weirdness.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
really quirky, so I like that.
Yeah,
I don't
most
even
definitely.
remember her name.
I did
I feel like I
forget
could
her
have
name.
got away with murder with her.
But I know the dad's name was Baxter, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was Baxter.
Anyways, your top 3.
My top 3 for the moms. All right, check it out. Number 1, and that's head honcho, Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh, hey, I hate
That is
I
my
hate
favorite
Hey,
TV
she is
mom
funny as hell.
in the
I love
world.
Rochelle. I love her.
Right.
And I'm mad I didn't
I
think about
love
that.
it. Like, she cracks me up to this day.
She's funny,
hilarious.
but having her as a mother, really?
I think
Absolutely
she's a
not.
great TV mom.
She's dope. She's definitely
She's,
dope.
she's a great
she's
TV
amazing.
mom, but I'm thinking like to have her as a mother, I would
All
die.
right, number 2 is of course Trudy from the Proud Family.
Okay.
Trudy,
All right, now number 3, same show, Sugar Mama,
Ooh.
because she was Oscar and Bobby's mama, and she was so funny to me, man. She was a cold
Yeah,
gangster.
really was a G.
She had
Sugar
every-
Mama was the one, bro.
She
She,
was.
had the whole family on
She
lock. If it
definitely
wasn't for
was.
Sugar Mama, bro, Proud Family wouldn't have got through the proofs.
It really wouldn't have.
Great grandmamas up
Right.
out there.
Yeah.
Grandmas,
Yeah, man.
great grandmas,
Aunties.
All the mothers.
aunties.
All you
Everybody.
young unwed mothers who are 16 years old, shout out to you. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy it. Have fun. All right, Anthony, what you got on your top 3?
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna have to be the one to really take us back, and you know what I'm saying, pay
All right,
respect,
let's
pay
do it.
respect. And so I'm gonna start off, you know what I'm saying, young mom from Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Esther? I'm trying to.
I think it was
the funny
Esther.
thing is I'm blanking. I'm pretty sure it's Esther.
I didn't like
think
her
it
as much.
was.
See, but the fact of the matter is, bro, she held down that family. You know what I'm
She
saying?
did.
She
She
really
did.
tried
She
to
did.
keep our
Pops was on the street being a
all the
sellout.
time. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact, you know what I'm saying, really motivating your kids even when they feel down on them.
Yeah, Eddie
Okay,
wins
number two.
Okay, number 2, y'all. Okay. This one, we gotta give it up to her. And see, I gotta make sure I got her name right because we don't want to mess it up.
All right.
Miss Anna Pearl Cosby. Just because we really.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a really
an
good one.
amazing mother right there.
Hey, that was a good one.
TV.
And she was out there working too.
TV
She was out there working.
Working.
And she pushed out all them
Right.
Good
kids.
one.
And dealing
Hey.
with Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Mr. Cosby with a bit box.
See, every time you say his name, you gotta say a question mark now. You gotta like, Bill
Right, man. As if we're not sure he exists anymore.
Come on, he's blind now. Remember?
Nah, man.
Bruh.
Respect
Who's
to
third?
the culture, but Cosby, man.
Yeah, man.
And then third, we gotta take it to modern day, bro. Just because they pushing the culture forward. Blackish, Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yo, I don't know how to think of that.
Okay.
Because Bo is
That's a good
funny.
I
She
love
is.
her.
Playing
And she's a doctor too.
Yeah, Bo is funny.
I'm upset they called her Rainbow. Come on now. But
She's supposed to be a hippie.
I get it. I respect it, but Rainbow.
She really embodies black excellence.
But she's really doing
She
the
does.
thing, you know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
I love what they're doing with the show, you know what I'm saying? It's really
Hey, so y'all gonna like the spinoff?
positive way.
Are y'all gonna like the spin-off with Yara? With her going to college?
You know, I haven't really stayed
Is that
tuned
confirmed?
to it.
Yes.
Is it
Yes.
confirmed?
Yes, it
Yes.
is confirmed. Yes.
Yes.
I absolutely just have to see it because as much as we're pushing, you know, a lot of the college shows, I like it.
Mhm.
I don't want them to do it the wrong way, and I don't want them to try to start to label a generation in a
Mm-hmm.
way that. But I know that
If
they're
it's
probably,
as good-
if it's as good as it's been, and
Yeah.
if she
Yeah.
has a good creative say,
Mhm.
I believe she's gonna do it
If
right.
it's
She's an amazing
anything
young
like
actress.
a
Shouts
different
out.
world, I'm here for it.
And that's definitely
I
what we
live
do.
for a different world, and I feel like people
And that's what I'm
today.
saying.
And then they can put on other
Could
young
benefit
black
from a
actors
different
too,
role.
because there's a
Yeah.
lot that's coming up in the game.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to take away your transition, but I was talking to Tim, and we can almost just
You know,
kind
that's
of
good.
freestyle.
Yeah,
on
no,
it.
we
because I was talking
cool,
about
man.
when you think of her, you
Mm-hmm.
think of what Blackish is doing. A lot of the culture is being moved forward right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
you
lot
know
of
what?
Young influence.
I didn't
There's a
even
lot of
think
of her
young
for that.
people there, and there's a lot of people. And there's
Yeah.
a way where we have people across music, art, politics.
Most definitely.
Who's some of the people you think that are really just moving the culture
Yeah, just
forward
top
right
three
now?
culture
I would
movers.
like to see
Maybe top 3 people you feel is just influential to
Yeah.
pop life right now. Who's being followed?
Can
Who's
I-
being
can I
heard?
go,
What we rolling
please?
with?
I would like to
We'll
go
have the
first.
same first one.
Do you think so? I don't think we will. Because
Charlamagne the
And we
God.
can honestly
Yeah,
just
okay.
skipping around.
Charlamagne the God.
yeah, Charlamagne is definitely on my list because I can honestly say, like, you know, you're a fan of somebody and you watch them grow. I have watched this dude grow
See, this is why
from
you
like,
listen to this podcast because even though y'all think that's right off the back, a lot of people probably wouldn't think that that's
Yeah,
what
but-
you would say.
Yeah.
right off the top of your list.
But I feel
because
like you
that's
have
someone.
to listen to him more than the Breakfast
Yeah.
Club.
yeah, like
Exactly.
I've been
A real
all
fan knows he
over
has
with
other outlets
whatever
than
he
Breakfast
does.
Yeah.
That's someone on
And
the
I've
other
like,
side, you know what I'm saying?
it's crazy.
Someone who's really grinding into the game.
And,
Yeah.
and then actually, are you
My-
gonna go 2?
Yeah, I was just gonna run off my 3
Okay, go ahead.
because my second one, honestly, is I guess it's kind of a group. It's TDE. And like kind of all of the LA rappers right now,
Okay.
because especially like YG, watching how like YG came in, and even though like, you know, because Game was already doing kind of the rapping and being the blood and things like that, and switching the C's to B's, but watching the way that YG came through, show where he was from,
Yeah.
you know, the culture that he's used to, and watching like people in Kentucky, Alabama, Arkansas,
everybody
just
fucking
watching them
with
say
him.
stuff
Yeah.
like bullin' or, you know, just stuff like
Rockin'
that.
big buckets.
Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like that is like, wow, that's so cool to me.
We have a fan question.
Okay.
What's up?
Someone asked, why is TDE second at anything?
TDE isn't second in
Do
anything.
you think they're a loud enough voice in the culture?
Let me tell you
Yes.
something, man.
Yes.
Because honestly,
Yes,
I don't
Kendrick
hear
is
a lot
TDE
of music from
Look.
TDE.
Look.
Me personally, I don't hear a lot of
SZA?
music coming out from TDE.
Hold on, don't get
TDE.
me started on SZA.
I was about to say.
SZA is a beast. She's one of my favorite vocalists.
No. SZA's good, but I'm gonna have a beef with that. We'll come back to that.
All right,
I
well,
don't feel like they're out here enough.
let me just answer this question, and I guess y'all can answer too. TDE has the rap game in a chokehold, both coasts, and I'm being for real with you.
No.
We
the
just
South is
had-
still running stuff, bro.
What?
The South is still running
We
stuff.
just had Kendrick's album.
Anytime Migos
The year
puts out
before-
something, it's a hit. Anytime Future puts out something,
Wait,
it's a
let's
hit.
not get all into music yet. Music
I mean,
is
okay.
next episode.
Look,
Next episode,
I'm just-
all music.
Look, but I'm just saying to answer that question. I think TDE has a chokehold like on it. They got a chokehold on
As
it.
a
They're not
collective
second at
group.
anything.
As
Who
a
asked that
collective
question?
group,
Shout them out.
yes.
That's a good question.
That's a great question. That's a great
Who,
question.
I can
who,
agree.
who asked that?
I can agree as a collective.
Oh well, just hey, shout out to you though. Whoever
We're on
asked.
my Instagram live.
Oh, hey, well, shout out to you because that's a good question.
Okay, third.
My third culture pusher.
Yeah.
I've got Charlamagne. I got YG
TDE.
and TDE. And for number 3, you know what? I'm actually gonna. I hate that mine are mostly hip hop, but that's mostly like what I'm into. That's mostly what I'm. That's me, honestly. I am like. I feel like I'm hip hop. It's Migos, because I feel like what they're doing right now is kind of the same thing. You still got people out here trying to dress. Yeah, trying to dress like them. They want the slick Rick chains. Yeah. They want all of that stuff. Yeah, the dabbing, the piping up, all that. I feel like they're kind of like pushing their culture like that Southern culture.
What was the question? Most influential?
I mean, you just said no. Pipe it up. That was both.
Who's pushing the culture?
What?
He's just asking
who
Migos?
Yeah.
Okay.
They pushed that, but that was
Cam Newton. But still,
I know, but I'm saying that like, but them pushing it is what made it big. Because OT Genesis thing was like, yeah, because I like OT Genesis. I'm a fan, but he's not out here pushing it the way that they push it. They took it and ran with it as you should.
I feel like they made it popular.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They pushed it. That's all I'm saying. Like they influenced other people to be like, oh, you know what, this dabbing thing is hot. This dabbing thing is what's lit.
I mean, that's a lot of Cam Newton there too.
Yeah,
it's music.
But you know where he got it, because he had said where he had got it from.
He got it from there.
New Dance in the South. That's what they was doing.
True.
All right, you doing with your top?
Popularize it for white people.
Yeah, I was about to say. Notice how I know it was just one list so far, but it wasn't a white person on those lists. Just wondering. Next person.
Okay, so I'll do my top 3. I'm gonna start off with the beautiful Angela Rye. She is
so fine.
Definitely
peanut butter colored.
Peanut butter colored. She's basically an American attorney, and she's also a commentator on CNN and NPR.
Angela Rye look like she bathed in maple syrup, don't she?
Hey, so the thing about Angela Rye is she be serving face to these dudes, and she be killing them with everything intellectual. So she got them out here looking stupid.
Angela Rye.
And so that's what I love best about her, because she out there, she doing her thing, and she's basically untouchable. Nobody can touch her, and I really love to see that.
I don't like to use that word untouchable because everybody can be touched. Just throwing that out there.
Untouchable. Angela Rye is untouchable.
You talking over here, bro. You talking about still. I think you just want to be able to touch Angela Rye. That's what
everybody can be touched.
Okay, and my second.
Angela Rye, shout out. Come on the show.
Come through, Angela.
Please call in. My second.
We got maple syrup at the house. Come through.
Stop it. All right, you're over there acting like that boy that she don't want to be around on the other on the other podcast. Chill. And so my second one,
there will be no harassment.
So my second one, it'll be Bomani Jones. And if you don't know Bomani Jones, he's a ESPN sports analyst. This dude is cold, and
pushing all the culture too.
Yeah, definitely pushing the culture. He went to a HBCU. He went to Clark Atlanta. So shout out to him. Shout out to what he's doing. And my third, I will go DeRay McKesson. Y'all may know him from being DeRay.
I mean, same thing.
Yeah, and so he's another one that's definitely pushing the culture. He was a strong advocate for Black Lives Matter, and he's one of the ones that are definitely keeping police and other people accountable. So shout out to him.
Out there. Yep. Shout out.
DeRay got mad vest too. Go ahead.
The same
next.
The same blue vest.
All right, so 2 of mine are. I think they would be unknown.
All right, well, we'll criticize them. Go ahead.
So my first person would be Charlamagne the God for similar reasons as Tim. His book, I haven't even read it yet, but he preaches the principles through his podcast. I know he talks about it on the Breakfast Club occasionally. So Charlamagne the God would definitely be number 1. Number 2, her name is Crystal. You may or may not heard of her. She is
Crystals is pushing the culture.
Social justice warrior. I mean, she does similar to Angela Rye. She talks about different social justice issues, but she does it in an entertaining way. She's on Uncommon Sense. So you may know her from Uncommon Sense. And also her podcast, which I listen to. So I feel like Crystal's really pushing the culture forward. And my last one, her name is Fran. You may not have heard of her. Her name is Hey Fran Hey. She has a YouTube channel. She does a podcast. And I feel like she's pushing the culture as far as health and wellness. She talks about mental wellness. She talks about living a healthier lifestyle, eating healthier, skincare, all those kind of things. But, I mean, she's primarily unknown. She's not really on any popular media that you would recognize. But you could definitely check her out on her podcast. So.
Okay. That's not a bad one. Go ahead, Ant. What you got?
Man. I'm going to go ahead and just start this list off with some women out here that we definitely got pushing the culture forward. It'd be a shame if we didn't throw out Michelle Obama right now.
Man. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Amber Rock.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hey, Mama Michelle, I'm sorry.
I'm going to get big on y'all because I'm really thinking generationally what we've taken on leaps right now. Someone pushing the women of color right now, black girls
How can we
especially,
forget?
pushing out for education, eating right.
Definitely.
It's really
Exercise,
terrible to see
yeah.
right now. Remember, guys, fight every day. Keep that culture moving forward.
Yep.
Because, man, the progress that we've been able to make with our kids right now and the motivation I see in the youth to really want to do what they want to do is incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely.
You know what I'm
Number
saying?
two.
And then flipping it up, keeping it on the political spectrum, y'all. Hopefully y'all know about her, but Senator Kamala Harris.
I knew that was coming.
You know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
And it's
They
Camila,
are talk-
right? Is it Camila?
It's one of those, but they're
Kamala.
actually thinking
Kamala? Okay.
that she is planning on running for president.
I
And now
saw
let's,
that.
let's make sure, and young, we on it first right now.
Yeah,
we
definitely.
On it early because
Definitely.
man, this woman's amazing, y'all. She's out here supporting us. Everything from fighting to keep healthcare rights, from fighting
Mm-hmm.
to keep, break down the wealth barriers and the inequality gaps that we have and we face every day, breaking down the racial tensions that we have every day. She's really representing us in the Senate well, doing her job to the most. Really make sure you guys are keeping up. Vote, get out there, do what you need to do.
Most definitely. Number
You know what I'm
three.
saying?
Can I ask you a question about that too when you finish your top three?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then my last one. It's so hard to like just pick one last person when you think about everything that's
Yeah.
going on right now. Ooh, if I had to pick my last person really pushing the culture forward right now, or just staying in a pop influence, it's hard not to talk about Kendrick Lamar. I got to go back to TDE.
True that.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Because just what he's doing with music right now is making people think about creativity a different way. They're talking about looking at the world a different way. It's really, and I really got to shout out a lot of artists right now. Joey Badass putting out
Logic.
a fire album, putting out Logic right now. I mean, even though you got to admit, Drake put out an album, we kind of forgot about it, man. You got to see, and that's a huge thing to see right now.
Forgot's a huge word.
No. So the thing with Drake's, his wasn't pushing the culture. It wasn't pushing the culture. Everybody
Yeah.
else.
But did we forget about it?
No,
I
I
think
just
Drake-
I still
about it.
listen.
A culture, was it pushing hip hop culture? No, it was pushing whatever reggae sound he's
I feel like it's
Canadian
into
culture.
now. Caribbean culture.
Yeah.
He was pushing Caribbean culture. Hip hop culture, no.
Which
I feel
people-
like he's getting away from hip
But
hop.
people say that like the whole.
It's still
If anybody
hip-hop.
doesn't know, people say that the reason he's into that like Caribbean vibe, Jamaican vibe, the reggaeton and all that kind
He's
of
from
stuff
Canada.
is in Canada, like in Toronto.
Which is
that's
fine,
kind of a
but
big
it's not
thing.
hip-hop.
I mean, are we down to do?
How is that not
this
hip hop though?
If we
He's
do a
getting
quick
away from hip hop. It's Caribbean music.
Damn
It is.
versus More Life right now. I'm
It's
just
Damn.
saying.
It's Damn.
But it's on a different level
It's
to me. Of
Damn.
why it's damn.
Because Damn is an album. More Life is a playlist, bruh.
I'm
And yeah, see that to me is like that has nothing to do with the bars.
Drake was half-assing us with this playlist because it had like he's shown no growth since Take Care, none.
Whoa, this is a hot take. All right, expound.
Wow.
Expound. I gotta hear this.
No growth.
Hop on.
No growth. How?
Drake has still been on this. Look, and I'm a Drake fan. I've been rocking with Drake since 2008.
Okay.
And Drake hasn't really shown any growth. He went through this whole stage. Hey, I'm heartbroken. I'm this. I'm that.
So are you?
And then he went to hold up. And then he went
us
to
finish.
I'm rich. I'm this. I'm that. I got haters. Blase blah. But it's like, dude, what are you doing now? Like each
But he's
album
rich
is.
and emotional, and that's why if you really look at Drake, and I'm not trying to stick up for Drake because again, Damn over More Life, but what Drake does so good is he keys in on the most common emotions and expounds on them. Like, oh, I got all this money, I got all these fans, but damn, I'm still in love.
But when did he
True.
actually?
light skins. All right,
Okay.
light skins.
I mean, but when did he
Hey,
actually?
hey,
put that in the
we out here
album that
taking
was
over.
like-
We gonna get into that subject, Steph.
Okay.
Curry, we out here. Bro.
I have-
that might be my third dude right there, changing the culture. Because you look at what Steph Curry
He ain't
did.
changing the shoe culture.
Ooh, that's true.
Hey,
but actually,
but you know who
That's what I
is?
do know.
Time out. Where was Under Armour at in basketball sales before Steph Curry signed?
That's true. That's very true.
So if you make nothing, but you make $1.
I'm not saying he's making nothing.
No, but I'm saying
Making
I'm saying
his
let's say because Under Armour, we could all admit Under Armour. Nobody cared about Under
money. I'm
Armour
talking
before
about
he
Steph
got
Curry.
there.
I'm not here to represent Under
Oh,
Armour.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
If Steph Curry's deal goes up and he signs another shoe deal, look at
Mm-hmm.
what Kobe jumped ship with Adidas to Nike. Crazy. And it's
Alright.
rich.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
okay.
But then I guess since we talking about shoes,
Hold up,
That's gonna
hold up. Can
happen.
we not get too far from
Hold up.
this?
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's true, that's true.
from this
Okay.
Drake thing.
Real talk. 'Cause that's
Hold
real.
up.
What?
So let me go back to it because I
Music
know.
is Monday.
I mean, well, no, actually, we're not doing music on Monday anymore. We remember we giving away show prep. We giving it away. Remember? Because we gonna
This
talk.
is what I get for not looking at the.
Yeah, it really is what you get for not looking at the
This is what I
email.
get for not looking at the email.
Yes.
Y'all listening,
Okay, all right.
man, this is 2.5. It's a special.
Yeah, man, it's
Y'all
my
get-
little bonus.
y'all
All right,
get
so
all
come
that.
on.
Okay, so I got the album list pulled up. So I have always been the person who
Okay.
said Drake's albums have actually gotten worse. Like to
Okay,
me,
okay.
because my favorite album from Drake is the first one. Thank Me
Yeah,
Later.
I agree. It had
Take-
karaoke. It had all of that on
Yeah.
it. I loved it.
Take Care.
Listen to that again, y'all.
I listen to it all the time. I never
I
skip
do.
a song. That's why I say it's my favorite. I can run through the whole thing without touching
The
it. I don't
Resistance
skip.
over. Come on, that whole one. Is
So
Shut
after
It
that-
Down, Miss Me.
It's good.
We got Take Care, which
Okay.
people say is his like one classic album, which I think we can say now because
Yes.
that album came
Yeah,
out in
hold on.
2011.
Because that's a full album. He takes you through
Yeah.
all of these emotions in one. That was his best full album, and since then he hasn't.
Okay, so after that,
He had a lot of
I
people
think y'all
writing
are
on that
slept
too.
on.
That's when
Yeah,
the
yeah.
weekend
see,
came out.
yeah, and that makes sense
But
too.
He was helping push them.
That makes sense. So I'm just more here trying to show why Kyle is saying what he's saying because I don't want people to get at you like you know you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a Drake fan, so,
Yeah.
so
You're
I
right,
know.
you're right.
So
That
after
makes sense.
that-
Definitely the best.
We got Nothing Was the Same, which I think we can all agree was meh.
Yeah,
It's meh. Like it's
Hey,
not.
mediocre.
You look back at that, you go track for track. It's a lot better than you would think.
No, Tuscan
It's
Letter
mediocre.
started from the bottom. From Time with Janae Aiko. Hold on, we're
Exactly,
going
great.
home. Pound Cake, I really did love
Pound
that.
Cake.
Pound Cake was.
Amazing.
Man, that's the worst
Cake,
Jay-Z
Cake.
verse I done heard him. I hate
Anyways,
that song.
All Me with 2 Chainz and Big Sean.
Great singer.
Okay, yeah. So he's had the verses in between these albums.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
verses. Okay.
Yes, great
So let's go
version,
to the
but
next
not a full
album. If you're reading this, it's too late,
Oh,
which is
thank
actually
you.
cool.
Yes, it's
it's
cool,
better
but
than Nothing Was the Same, but it's just not
meh.
that great.
And it's not a full
I
album.
feel like he
Yeah.
really brought the heat on that.
Because he was spitting. I
Exactly.
think Joe Budden
Yeah, he
calls
was spitting.
if
Yes.
you're reading this is too late, he calls it Trapper Drake.
Yes.
Because it's basically Drake rapping over all these trap beats. And I agree with that. And he was
was spitting.
spitting. But it's just still not it's not Thank Me Later spitting.
Yeah.
It's not
spitting. He was.
On
You
Legend,
don't-
Energy,
hold up.
10 Bounds.
Drake-
I mean,
on
10
Energy,
Bands.
Drake wasn't
Legend?
spitting.
Legend,
On
that
10
was my
bands?
favorite.
He,
10
yeah, on
band.
10 band,
Come
6
on.
man, 6 guy. Yo, you
See,
gotta
the
say
fact
he
I'm
was spitting on
saying
6
these
guy,
four
right?
Tracks, the fact
I'll
that
admit it,
we're
I'll
getting
admit
4
it.
Tracks.
4
Look.
tracks does not impress me. I need
Ain't
See,
no
and you're
telling.
right, but
One
Ain't
album.
this is just the
no
mixtape because this
Exactly.
mixtape did have some. It had some womp womp womp. It had Jungle on it, which is it had Company, which is it had Down Forever,
Wait
which
a
is
minute.
used
No,
to.
just,
Jungle,
nah,
I rock
stop.
with Jungle.
Look.
Jungle, Madonna was
It had
cold as
Preach
hell.
on there.
Hard.
It had like that's what I'm saying. If you're reading this is too late, it has
We
some
can't really
misses.
dissect the Drake album because every Drake fan out there, and let's be honest, everyone listens to almost all these songs, and there's gonna be a lot of Drake fans out there that are just gonna shut.
But
the
still,
rest of
like-
that
Or you know what,
right
you might
there.
be right.
If
'Cause
you
you're
as a
right.
Drake fan
It's
can't see,
dissecting that one.
like, I mean, if you as a Drake fan
Okay.
can't see that he kind of
Yeah.
fell off,
He
but he's getting
definitely-
bigger. Like he's getting bigger while falling off at the same time because anything he puts out now.
But
is
that's
gonna be
more because he's crossing over, and this is
Yeah.
where I'm about to show it. So after he's got, if you're reading this is too late, he's got the singles again. He's got Right Hand, which is dope.
Yeah.
Charged Up, which is you know, it's whatever. Then he's got Back to Back. He ripped Back to Back,
Hold on, but
like,
then-
and that was like rapping. Like he ripped it while rapping.
Did he release What a Time to Be Alive before or after that?
After Back to Back,
I don't
It's-
think
and
anyone
so basically
ever
him and
denies
Future had
a
that whole
rapper's
summer.
ability to rap. I don't think that's ever the case. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't look at old rappers right now and think like, oh, they can't rap. That's why they're not.
I think we
dropping.
rappers.
it's
there's
it's some rappers that I believe
can
cannot rap anymore.
Like who?
Busta Rhymes. I don't think Busta Rhymes can rap anymore.
Strictly, I doubt.
I don't
that,
think you
bro.
can.
Hey,
I think you put.
and then if you want to
Bro.
use that, you got to go with
That's a
Eminem because that
bold-faced
verse
lie.
he put on
Yo,
Big Sean's.
Eminem is
I don't know if he
another.
can rap
I don't think he
anymore
still
either.
got it the way he had it. And I love M. Like
Yeah,
he's
I
my
don't know.
he's
He's
in my
in-
top. Like
I want to
I
stay
love
on
him.
topic, but that's such another argument for another time. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I definitely think that most rappers, if you give them the verse, the bars, and you give them that situation, they can do it.
So you think like you're more on the point like upon the lines of like rappers can't lose it, like because it's not like 'cause a lot of people argue that like
No.
you can't lose your rapping ability.
No, and what I think happens, and this is what Drake hasn't done, I think the older you get in the rap game, the more you start to care about what you were saying. And Drake hasn't had had that reality.
I like
and that's
that.
why Kendrick Lamar, if we go back to that other topic, is the most influential.
I like that.
But also Kendrick is pushing the culture with
Think
each
about
album.
how-
With each album, you have growth in each and
That's
every
why
album.
that's
I
why
don't think
it's
it's Drake's
incredible to
goal to
watch.
be necessarily a conscious rapper. I think if
No.
anything,
No,
It's a
no,
difference
no.
But it's not
between
even
being a
conscious, though,
rapper
because-
He's
and then
rapping.
pushing
No.
the culture.
Because even like
I
because
don't think it's his goal to push the culture.
I think it was.
What?
I
I
think
really
so.
do think it was
Yeah.
because he kept saying a lot of his bars before. He's talking about how everyone's biting him. You
Yep.
can't
Yeah.
keep up with me. You can't do this.
and that's
then-
basically his whole like thing with Tory
His
Lanez
whole
right
speech,
now.
yeah.
And I feel like
That's why he mushing him.
Yep. And what I feel like what this album didn't do, More Life really did, touching on him liking that sound, that dancehall sound,
Yeah.
those different vibes. Him going through all the different accents made people go, huh? A little bit.
Yeah.
It was funny to some, but when you really just sit there and try to listen to the album every time, you're like, what is this? But at the core of it, you're like, okay, you're not making up a new style. You're not really expanding hip hop right now. You're taking, something that we all already have heard and we know is not you.
But that's what I like though, because it is him. Because that's where he's from. Like apparently where he's from, that's what they do.
And no, that's the thing. It's you because you made it you, yes, and that's what's nice to see. Like that's why some people like it. I get it, but I don't. Thinking about Drake and where he stands as a hip hop related, going back to that topic, it's not him being able to say like, I am.
But can we really say
the best hip hop artist? No.
He can't say that.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't been able to really say that ever since Kendrick dropped Good Kid, Mad City.
No, he said he's not top 5. He's top 2.
And I'm not.
And he's not 2.
Yeah, he's not 2.
But he can't. But he can't say that anymore. We know that.
Hotline.
We know he can't say it.
No. But he said, he said exactly.
Well, then he's delusional at this point. But I mean, the rest of us know he's not. He's not number one. Like I said, he hasn't been number one since Take Care.
Okay. Hold on.
You look out there and people try to argue he is, and it upsets me. So, and I guess that's where this conversation lies.
How about we do top 3 rappers in the game, right? No, actually, because top
come
5
on, man,
rappers.
not tonight, man. Not tonight, man.
Deep into music.
Yeah, man, I can't do the top 3 tonight. I need to be
music for a full episode.
because let's. But I do agree with what you were saying that he hasn't grown as an artist. Because even looking at the discography again right now, it's just like, man,
like
it's getting worse.
Yeah,
but it's still good music. That's the thing. Like I think it was
still
just
good music, but the older I get, I'm looking for kind of like an album. Like, when I was a kid, I was able to listen to the singles, kind of this and kind of that. But I'm kind of looking for a full body of work now.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But what else we need to hit from the current events? Anything?
Nah, nothing.
All right, cool. So can I break out my top 5 for y'all? I mean, my top 3 question that I have for y'all.
Come on.
This was a surprise because I didn't want to tell y'all. I didn't want y'all to prepare.
Oh, so you can already think about it. Okay.
All right.
What is y'all top 3 theme song from a black television show?
Ooh, easy.
All right, I got mine. Let me start it off.
Go ahead.
The Wayans Brothers. I gotta start that one off. We're brothers. We're
happy and we're singing and we're colored. Ba-da-da-da. Give me a high five.
Hey, let's be real though. When they break it down too, it gets
man.
Hey.
Oh man.
All right, and so then who would I be if I didn't do Fresh Prince?
Right.
Okay.
So Fresh Prince, and then it's so many other ones, but I gotta go with the Proud Family.
Okay. Of course.
I got
That's
you.
one of the best theme songs.
Yeah.
Period.
Those are my top 3.
Okay, so
Yes.
I would go Proud Family.
Okay.
I would go the Parkers. The Parkers.
I hate that theme song. I hate it.
Parkers were hit.
I hate the Parkers, period. I hate the Parkers. I hate Monique. I can't stand it.
Why?
No, because it's not funny. You got a daughter who talks in a voice like this. Oh my gosh, mama. No, not funny, nigga. Black people don't talk like that. Get out of here.
I was thoroughly entertained.
I can't stand it, man.
Okay. What's number?
I wanted to say Fresh Prince, but I want to think of another one.
Number 3.
I rocked with A Different World.
That's a good.
The new theme song.
You know what I'm saying?
The newest theme song.
I like the original one, and I don't even really care for that show, but I love that the original theme song.
Okay, so both A Different World.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what's yours, bro?
Oh man, well you already hit a few of mine, but some other ones that just came to mind real quick because you threw it on us, man. Living Color, bro. I had to watch that with the family. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was grooving. They had the dancers, man.
Yeah.
Music through all of that was going on. That man, shout out to everybody who still remember that. And then, man, throwing it back to like maybe an animated series going black. Animated series, The Boondocks, man.
Oh,
how did I not remember that one? That was good.
I'm the stone that the bitter refuse.
The Boondocks, the beginning and the ending.
Yeah.
They had a good soundtrack for that show. Period.
They definitely did.
Oh man, that's
keep
good.
The Boondocks going, y'all. The fans
find a way.
Love it. Find a way.
And you got to bring back the original writers. You got to.
Hey, he's with Erykah Badu, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, and then your number 3?
Talk about power couples. We bring that full circle.
And then number 3, who you got?
Man, it's got to be, you already said it, man. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You can't think of that. People play that at concerts still. DJs drop that.
Yeah, drop it in the club still.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
It's a hit. It's a hit. When your theme song's a hit in the club, that's crazy.
Exactly. You too?
Alright, so I'm letting y'all know. Y'all didn't hit any of mine, but mine are kind of older. But I love them. Like, these are songs that I actually go and listen to.
Oh, that's true. We missing a lot.
So my first one is Living Single. We're
You're
living single. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my first one. That's like, cause to me that song is so just. It's just Afrocentric or something. It's
It's a cool
like,
one,
oh
yeah.
man, I love it.
That's a good one.
Like I really do. My second one is Family Matters. It's a rare condition in this day and age to read in a good book. Like I don't know what it is, but that song is like really catchy. And my number one of all time is Good Times.
Hey, bro, I had that written down. I had it.
That is my favorite theme song
Boom,
ever.
right there.
He sure did. That's my favorite one. Anytime they be wailing on that song, man. And then the whole controversy of the standing in the child line and standing in the John line. I love it, man. That theme song is amazing. They are killing it. But those are like songs I go back and just be like, I want to hit a Good Time theme song. Let me ride out to work to that.
Shoot, if we really getting back to theme song, thinking of old school one, man,
Yeah.
Shaft. Just because
Oh yeah. Who is the man that'll risk his neck for
It
brother,
just reminds me
man?
of soul music, man.
Shaft.
They see your
Yeah, man.
family, bro.
That's Isaac Hayes, man.
And so, do y'all remember
Oh, yeah,
the
I
Jamie
love
Foxx
it.
show? He had a nice intro.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that one
Jamie
too.
did.
Jamie Foxx can do it all, yo.
Yeah, man, but it's a lot of like songs and stuff like that. Like I was also thinking of like just songs from movies, cause like Coming to America has got so many of them. Whether it's the Soul Glow, the Queen to Be, like all that kind of stuff. Like it's just so like those are songs that I'm like, you know what, I want to hear that.
Okay,
Like
so
I don't mind riding out
those
to
aren't
it.
songs I would necessarily want to hear.
Really?
But they're catchy within the movie, but it's not like something I'll just play in my car.
right.
Gotta let you not trying to hear Soul Glow on the way to the work.
Honestly, that would annoy me.
Oh man, I love hearing it.
I'm wearing.
It's cute in the movie, but I'm not playing
Oh,
that
I
as a song.
love it.
I'm not playing it as a song.
It's
Nah.
so good.
I definitely kind of feel on that.
But I mean, you give me
Yeah.
something like Lion King. Now that's some music I'll play like the whole
Yeah, but-
soundtrack.
I mean,
It's
that's
good.
an
It's good
animated movie.
music.
Yeah, I mean it is good music, but I don't know. I was trying to keep it like, cause theme songs, you know, they're like what, less than like 20 seconds. And there's plenty of other theme songs like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody's theme song. I know that's not black, but that's a theme song I actually go and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what, that song is jamming. Let me just hear it.
It's cool, but I
That's So Raven theme song. I'm just like, you know what,
Oh, yeah,
let me
that's
hear
a
that.
really
Like
good
that's
one.
a
But hers
hard
was
theme
hot.
song. Yeah, and hers was actually kind of long too.
So can we talk about, you know, how great Disney was back in the day though? Because they had everything.
Man.
Like even Lizzie McGuire is popping, Phil of the Future was popping.
Yo,
They had-
underrated show, Phil of the Future,
hey,
very
it most
underrated.
definitely is.
It ended
I
well,
feel like-
started
I feel like
well,
it
all
came
of
out
that.
a little later though. Because I remember watching Phil of the Future. I was a little bit older. I was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's what- that's what made it good,
Eighth
though.
or ninth grade. About 8th or
Yeah,
9th grade.
but that's what made it
I was
good.
kind of aging out of Disney.
I'm the odd one out right here. I didn't like.
But you didn't like none of
any
that?
of those Disney shows like
And so
that.
what
Really?
Disney shows did you like? Or are
Yeah,
you
some
more
of them,
Nickelodeon?
They were like okay, man. I messed with some of the cartoons on Cartoon Network, man, but I
Hey.
just wasn't sure,
Okay.
y'all.
Hey,
I
hey,
feel like
so-
there was a time where like our cartoons got real good, and then I stuck around on those old networks, man, just catching some of the older shows.
Codename
Like,
Kids
they had
Next
a few.
Door.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Ed
the
and Eddie.
show. I'm my Ed and Eddie thing is like I'm on and off. I'm on that
Yeah.
bandwagon for some episodes, then I'm off it. Like
Yeah.
these three niggas is just crazy.
I feel like I rocked with Disney longer than I did Cartoon Network.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
definitely.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
You know,
though.
and I
Love
can't say
Courage the
that.
Cowardly Dog was so
I
boring
definitely
to
rock
me.
with Cartoon Network much more, man. I feel like they were.
What was it about Cartoon Network that made you like be like, this is where like my loyalty lies? Like, what made you sign aboard for
The
that?
comedy, man, they had the Looney Tunes, man. You
Okay.
go back to just some of the old classic animated shows. They had Tom and Jerry.
They did.
They had Scooby Doo. They had Dexter.
They did.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
bro,
great.
you start
Yeah.
running through this lineup, bro,
Yeah.
of like just the shows they had, and then Eddie Kids Next Door. You
Another
get Older,
thing
Courage,
That
Cowardly Dog. It's just the '90s, bro, early
Yeah.
2000s coming.
another
out.
thing that helped them with that was the Toonami.
and yeah,
Tsunami was cold.
it was your connection
Yep.
for all your late nights.
Samurai
Anime,
Jack.
all the anime and all that.
If
That
y'all
was
not watching it now,
man.
y'all get on Samurai Jack today. They
So how's the new
actually-
season?
They
How's the
remade
new
it.
season?
They remade it, y'all, and I'm telling you, they brought up the production. It's smooth.
Okay.
Definitely
most
gotta
I'll
look
check
into
that
it.
out.
Had some
Definitely
free
gotta
time
look
and just
into
slipped in there.
I mean, I can't even lie. I feel like I've definitely outgrown cartoons. Like I can't.
really.
even
You don't
sit and
rewatch
watch.
them?
And
I
I'll
mean,
admit
maybe a
that,
show
no.
occasionally out of nostalgia, but I can't. Just
No,
sit there
and I'll
watch
admit that too, y'all.
Really?
It's something
Nah,
I can-
hey,
you can
The
watch
Adventures
it,
of
but-
Gumball is cold as hell. I
the hell
love
is
that
that?
show. Hey, you gotta look it up. It's
Adventures
funny.
of Gumball.
Hey.
What is it? Like
Is
what
it a
what is
new
it?
show?
Yeah, why's that
Yeah,
say
so,
new?
I'm
so
confused
basically,
there.
so it's basically, I gotta pull up the trailer or something.
And I'm definitely too
I-
old to.
Yeah, like
Nah.
I'm not picking up on
Attached
the
to a
newest
cartoon show.
the newest cartoon that I picked up on, and I still rock with it now because it's on Netflix. I watch it whenever I can. It's Phineas and Ferb.
And I didn't like Phineas and Ferb.
I love it.
So-
It's just
So
just
the
simple
Amazing World of
comedy.
Gumball, actually.
See,
My bad.
That Gumball show, y'all. I saw a trailer for that. That looks like a cracked out dream, man. Those animals are all different types. There's a cat,
Hey,
there's a
but
bird,
it's
there's
cool,
a
though.
dinosaur, but it's
It's
a
a-
Oh, this the one with a dude in the blue be wearing the long socks. Let me see.
Yeah. You know, then
I think I've seen this.
I'm lost, y'all.
Yeah. I've seen the trailer
Dude,
for that.
it's cool.
This was the trash
Nah,
can
cool.
cartoon ideas, and that's why
Yeah.
it became funny.
Nah, hey.
This is where Cartoon
Nah.
Network, like
It's
someone
cool.
swept all their
Yeah.
papers off their desk and said,
Not at
Let me do
all.
this. Yeah, let me do this LSD before I forgot the new show.
he woke up the next morning and says, God damn it, I found it out. This is it. There's gum on it. It's a gumball. Look at it. The adventure
Yeah,
through
he
my
had a
trash
fish tank in the
can.
room when he came up with that show.
Man.
High off all the crack, man.
Yeah,
with
I'm
you. I was
definitely
so-
done with cartoons. I can't do it.
I
Yeah,
definitely see the disconnect. y'all.
it's just
But
a
I
few
mean,
that I still rock with.
Okay, so
are y'all really into the reality shows?
I
no.
started with them, but now I'm kind of
Okay.
done with them.
And I feel like that
Top 3
became a
reality
fact.
shows.
Right
Of
now?
the early, because hold up, there was some popping reality shows if you didn't peep. So Flavor of Love was popping when it was on.
It was.
See, but here's the thing about this. I feel like we're all gonna name the same one. So just
Right,
go ahead.
no, Flavor
Okay.
of Love.
Yeah, Flavor of Love,
I did.
Real Chance of Love, I Love New York.
No.
Okay.
No, it was way more because the
A
first
Shot
couple
of Love
seasons.
with Tila Tequila.
Boo!
Boo!
Boo! No! Whack!
Okay,
Wah, wah,
so
wah, wah.
I used to sneak and watch that when I was younger. Because my parents never let me watch it. Because
man,
she was
that's
bisexual, and I was just like, I
Jersey Shore was better than that.
I didn't really understand.
Is that do you count that as a reality show?
I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
I feel like that show was super scripted. That's why I never really got
but
into
so
it.
Problem
is
that's
everything
what,
else.
That's what marked reality shows. You know what I'm saying? You look back at Flavor of Love, do you not feel like some of that stuff was scripted at that time? Part of it definitely wasn't, but that's
Nigga.
why they set it up.
It was mostly scripted.
See, this if I'm not mistaken,
New York got a
like
whole TV
that.
show out of this.
A girl named Like That took a shit on the floor. Are you asking me if I think Flavor of Love was scripted?
I mean, their
no.
personalities are going to be their
No.
Yeah, I mean,
I
personalities
do
different.
not.
But the situations are all
No.
right.
Nope.
Because when
I
old
do not
girl
think it was
spit in,
scripted, bruh.
When old girl spit in New York face.
Right. That was the
Pumpkin?
moment.
I don't
Yeah.
think Pumpkin scripted that. I think she was really mad, and then she
Yeah.
got them hands.
But the point
She
is,
did.
all reality shows have a certain element of being scripted.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Because all
only
the
some of them do.
situations, they're not just going to dinner. They
See,
were
no, I
told
think
by
that-
the
but I'm saying-
producers,
yeah.
You're meeting here, we're
But I'm
filming
saying
here, we're all mic'd up.
yeah, but
Come
we're
on.
talking about a show where they all live together and stuff like that. I feel like now, yeah, like Love and Hip Hop New York, that's definitely scripted.
Yeah.
There's no way that we all got beef and now we all in the same restaurant. That's
Exactly.
definitely scripted. But I feel like the show like Flavor of Love and stuff, they just set the cameras up and let niggas be niggas.
See, and part of me feels like that is true, but at the same time, when you look at like these little events, the way they coordinated. Yo,
Right,
Yeah.
there's challenges and things
Tell me
like
about
that.
yourself, Flav.
And then who really wanted
We
Flavor
know what you
Flav?
did, bro.
And who really wanted
You
Flavor
danced
Flav?
around
Let's
with a
be
clock
honest,
around your
though.
neck for 3 seasons.
And you're right, like they was trying to get deep into his brain, like, hey, bro, you done seen this thing on tour with Public Enemy for the last 10 years. You know who he is.
Damn.
You know who carrying it, bro, Chuck D.
Yeah, man, that's funny. Speaking of Chuck D,
Nah, Flav,
shout out
that
to you,
was a
Chuck D.
powerful combo. Well, those are powerful combos. Shout out Chuck D.
Man.
shout
Somebody for his verse.
That
wife's
verse on that
amazing.
Logic album.
Time out too. His wife's amazing, bro. She
Who,
was
Chuck D?
Yes, Professor Johnson, man. She was an incredible professor, taught at UC Santa Barbara, man.
Are you for real?
Really pushing the culture
Wow.
forward. That's what Chuck D does too, man. If you
That's
guys don't have a
crazy.
chance, look him up. Besides the music, man, they're doing a lot of powerful things for young black people out here.
So how many
what's up.
Chuck D questions did you get to ask before she was like, chill?
You know what's up? Dude, she was so interesting. We didn't really mess with her like that.
What?
Chuck D would show up every once in a while, just chill in the back of the classroom from time to time. Man.
Damn.
That's that stuff
That's
that
crazy.
you do at white campuses, and that takes us back to those climate days. But no, we're not gonna get back
Right.
on that.
Right.
Shouts out again, man! Incredible time out there.
Hey, that's crazy, man. See, that's why college is cool. Like, but no, like, by the way, this is also why I wanted to have like guests on our show, so then we could like, even though like, you know,
It's a different experience.
yeah, like exactly, like even though me and Anthony, we basically have grown up in the same like spot, like the same location growing up. He went away for like 4 years, and he's got totally different experiences. He's got totally different views on things, you know. So it's just kind of cool to hear other people's perspectives.
Nah, that's all it was about, man. Branching out, keep learning. I never feel like I know enough, man.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
Ever. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, so since we're on the topic of not knowing enough,
Woo, there you go.
name
like that.
name 3 childhood books
Loved it.
that you just loved. Which y'all don't have them?
Junie B. Jones,
absolutely.
Huh?
Junie B. Jones, Junie B. Jones, Junie B. Jones.
Junie
As
B.
a
Jones.
child, that's all I liked.
What?
I liked it a
Okay.
lot.
Did anyone else read the
Hey.
Boxcar Children? Or is that just me?
No,
Oh, I take that
absolutely.
back. Can I drop one of those Junie B. Jones for the
This could go
outsiders?
on For days.
The Outsiders?
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, you a Captain Underpants guy?
Yeah.
I got into Captain Underpants.
See, how young are we talking when we're
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
no,
you
all
said.
right, so-
Right, are we thinking
okay.
chapter
so
books?
much. Like, you think about how much you read when you was younger. Your likes were changing every year or two.
Not to mention, we was reading the Bible at our house. So,
I mean, we were too, but I mean, you were able to kind of expand
Right.
because I want to say my favorite series was Harry Potter. So I read
I
all
never
of
got
them.
well, if we're talking like middle school, it would actually be Series of Unfortunate Events. But
Hey,
you said
I
a
love
kid.
that.
I really
Hey,
rock
so-
with them.
Series of Unfortunate Events, I love that.
Series.
And by the way,
You
Lemony
said that
Snicket.
was all 13?
Lemony.
Yeah. Lemony
Oh,
Snicket.
wow.
Stop letting these niggas try and put that shit on some form of screen. It's
it's
not
not-
gonna work.
it's
It's
not working.
13 books, my nigga. It ain't gonna work. The movie you had with Jim Carrey, trash. The TV show you had with Neil Patrick Harris, trash.
And they just
Stop
got
it.
No, and they just put
time
another
out.
TV show up on Netflix.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm talking about with Neil Patrick Harris. It was
Yeah.
garbage.
He should have left it alone.
He should have left it alone.
alone.
Stop trying to put it on the
No,
screen.
no, time out. I think that there could be a really great adaptation of this series, but it needs to be done in the right
Yeah,
setting.
yeah,
it needs
it
to
gotta
be
be
an
done the right way.
HBO series, dark,
Man.
I
get
think
to
it's
the
over with.
point that it's at.
You actually might be right with that.
And the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is, like, I think why they're worried about it is because you have to hang on these child actors and you read it as a kid. But when you really look back at that series,
dark
and
as
you
hell.
develop,
Yeah.
especially because it got
dark.
older with its readers, it gets dark. I'm not going to ruin it for y'all. Get out there and read those
Nah.
books.
definitely
I'm gonna ruin it
Picks
because you
up.
should have been already reading it.
Oh,
Count,
gosh.
Count Olaf.
right, let's
He was
talk.
out here trying to marry Violet.
Yo,
Can we talk about how much
thank
of a
you.
pedophile he is?
And then niggas showed up. I know you thought it was a play, but as
Man.
soon as he said this ain't a play, how it ain't a ride in the theater?
Exactly.
How? How we just let him get away with this? It's so,
But
it's
those are all his
so much.
homeboys, right?
No, but everybody in the crowd who showed up in the play as witnesses.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, yo, this is like I said, it's so much that happens in these books. You gotta like, if you're, I guess if you're gonna put it on screen, you should do what Anthony said and
Yeah,
kind of go to HBO
HBO.
route and just
It has to
maybe
be
just
dark,
like
though.
just let it let it
against
linger.
the grain a little bit. I don't think enough happened in those books.
What?
As far as
It
the
was
twisted
13
elements, I don't think it's enough to make a show out of it. I
This
really
dude
don't.
was popping up at every
You gotta-
chance he
you gotta
got to
read-
stalk them for
But it
their
doesn't
money.
make a good show. Like when you look at something like American Horror Story, that's very twisted.
That wouldn't be a good
Look.
book,
This,
though. I
it
don't
didn't
think
have
that
that
would be a
much
good
going
book.
But-
on, and it was
All-
catered to children, so they
Again,
can only
y'all
do
need
so
to read
much.
all 13. if
That's
they
what I'm saying.
Definitely
Like
read all 13.
they all have so much
The
going. They're
twist,
complex.
yeah.
They all have so much
You
going on.
gotta read it at different times of your life.
I don't think
you know,
it's
just like
enough to
watching-
be entertaining.
Like
on
let's
screen.
just go
When
with the
was the last
bad
time you read
beginning.
it?
Like
Yeah.
let's
When was
just
the last time I read it?
Okay,
Years.
okay, so my thing is once you reread it, and because I reread the first one, it's dark as hell.
And that's
And
what
at
I'm
different,
man.
and at different
it
moments in your life,
starts
you view
off
things
with them
differently.
losing their parents, not knowing where they're gonna go, moving in with Mr. Poe. His family don't want them
Fuck
there.
the series for ruining that.
Yeah.
Real talk though.
Yeah.
Like you can't show the parents in the series right off the back, y'all. I'm not ruining nothing for y'all in the
Yeah.
series because the show already did it. Like clearly they still chilling, doing some shit.
dude.
But come on, y'all.
Like I just don't think it's
Pivotal
fit for the
thing.
screen for the way they're
And
doing
that's
it.
what I'm saying though.
I say
You
we
can't
leave it
do it
alone.
the wrong way. And yeah.
I say we just let the children who are coming up enjoy the books. Enjoy the books. Cultivate your imagination.
And
Because
I'm with you.
A part of the mystique of the whole story is reading book after book, and I feel like on TV it doesn't translate the same.
Yeah.
It's not enough going on.
I have a question for you. I don't want to like jump off this topic, but it's just a quick one. So, I as a kid, when I would read books, no matter what the cover was, everybody was black to me. Did y'all do that?
Nah, I didn't.
No, really.
Yeah.
I always felt like I don't know what it was, but in my head when I like, because that was kind of like my thing with Series of Unfortunate Events.
Okay.
When I like on the bad beginning, the cover is basically Count Olaf in this dark doorway, right? And so to me, I just thought, oh, he's an ashy dude who's balding. Like, but
So you
but
just
but it never hit me
I mean,
like,
but the description,
oh,
they don't. I mean, don't they give certain descriptions?
they
to-
do. But to me, it was just like black.
Nah, they never did like skin tones too.
Yeah, like it, but like because the cover, I
Actually,
guess they
they
want you to go by the
pale.
cover of the book. Yeah, like he was just a
Yeah.
pale dude. But to me, like I saw the cover, I'm like, oh, ashy black dude taking care. Of,
That's what I'm
white
thinking.
kids.
I feel you
If
on that.
anything, my mind did the opposite. You're
yeah.
white until
Really?
something urban comes up.
Oh
black.
man.
Basically, yeah. I mean, basically, the default for me, I guess, had to be white because now, basically, damn, what is her name? She did the Harry Potter book.
J.K. Rowling.
Yes. So she came out and she said that basically Hermione could have been black.
Yeah.
She said she never, signified whether she was, black or white. She just kind of left it up to, the people to decide. So if I had reread that and thinking Hermione is black, I was like, would I think of it differently or, something like that?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I was gonna say, well, not to say that you would think of it differently, but it would hope that it for like a young black girl reading that would
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like, wow, I could be the intelligent, strong
Yeah.
leader
Mhm.
in the group. Like
Exactly.
that. And that's crazy that, again, we twisted it because you guys said, like, you don't even think of that first.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Don't.
your first instinct is not even think
Yeah,
of black.
default is like
you hear
white.
urban, you don't think of black. And that's crazy because I'm with you, Tim. Like, it went back and forth. Like, you could tell. Like, if it was a series where a dude was overcoming for some reason, I definitely thought it was more black. I had one of those families that made you read like slave narratives and shit. Frederick Douglass, make sure our president knows he's dead. Y'all.
But I think it comes from the images that we've seen. Well, at least me growing up, I remember just images of white girls, white people doing things.
Yeah,
I didn't see a lot of black
I definitely agree.
representation. I didn't see it.
And I had thought that too because, like, but the thing that made me kind of think, no, I just was really biased is because even when we read the Bible, like, not to get into any of this, but to me, all those characters were black anyway. Like, I know that.
And to me, all those characters were white.
I know. That's why I said I must have just been biased.
I grew up seeing white Jesus everywhere.
Yeah.
So to me, everyone in the Bible is white.
So I grew up sawing a white Jesus, but basically being in a black church, they kind of like they always go back to that thing. Hey, where his hair
like wool.
Exactly.
My church didn't focus on that. My church didn't focus on that.
But it was.
I don't know why they didn't focus on that.
Yeah, but it was like.
The
but to me,
first
but if you think,
I
okay,
heard of that was in the Good Times episode.
Oh, the Black Jesus episode.
The first time I heard of that was
with
in the
Ned
Good Times
DeWano.
episode.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because I went to church for the majority of my life.
But here's the other thing, though. I also feel like. Yeah, but I also feel like, exactly. I feel like they felt like they didn't have to say it because it's like, well, we know this happens in Africa. So, they probably just felt like, oh, this is common sense.
No,
because all of these
really,
places we're saying are in Africa.
No, hold on. But you got to think of how Christianity got to us. It wasn't by choice. It wasn't like this is what we were practicing in Africa. It was put onto us by the people who enslaved us. So then while we
put on is kind of a soft word.
Yeah,
it was forced. They came through with the weapons and they was like, hey, you, darker skinned person. Come get this.
I don't want to say it, but they kind of raped us with Christianity. Like, they gave it to us unwanted. And, and it's kind of that thing. So I'm guaranteed that they don't think that God or Jesus is white. So, we kind of have to take that on for ourselves to kind of empower us because it's like, hey, if the most powerful being in the world is white, what is that saying about the white people around me? So it kind of went on that whole
Not
thing.
to mention white people were created in caves like, I don't know, 1,800 years ago. What else were we talking about?
Oh, hey, since this is his first time being on a podcast, we gotta have
man,
brokest moment.
Your brokest moment. I probably should have prepared you for this, but I forgot.
Y'all, my brokest moment.
You just graduated last year, so I know you.
Yeah, you got a few.
I'm about to say, y'all, what if my brokest moment was just, what I'm saying? Where we at right now?
Yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But man, my brokest moment, I can't even. I've had a few.
Just give us a taste of one.
Taste of one, y'all. Yeah. Shit, well, I don't know if I'll be liable. No, I'm not gonna get into that. That'd be too liable. I'm not gonna reveal too much. But I mean, man, taste of one. Sitting there in college, y'all. It's middle of the summer. Ain't no financial aid. You working check to check. You grinding.
That sounds all too familiar.
Something a little crack on the side. Go ahead.
And, fuck, I got a few, but just touch on this one. So we sitting there, and I'm just like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do for money. Got about $10 in my account, right there.
That's the worst when you got some money, but it ain't no money.
Man, that $10 don't hit you till you broke.
Right.
Yeah, well, and, I mean, looking back at it, I can't even think about exactly how I came out of it, man. I feel like it was literally just blessings on blessings. Like, literally persevered just through the night. And I feel like next day, I just had like a check in the mail from some shit that I forgot about. Like, sometime I was reffing. Like,
that's some guy right there.
Yeah,
man, that's what I'm saying. Like, for the check to come through, like, it was late the whole time. Shout out to all my refs down there. Man, basketball officiating. We did that stuff for some kids, and we was waiting like months, and then it just happened to come through right when I needed it, man. And so it was really.
That was the difference between you sleeping in the bed and sleeping on the porch.
Man, I was just thinking about this.
Blessings on blessings. I did get the rent, but man, was like I said, those emojis was looking good. I was sitting there just looking at pictures, man.
But you know how you know you was broke? When your school shoes was your play shoes at the same time. Like I had friends. Like I had friends who came home. Oh, hey, Sean, take your
play clothes off.
Yeah. What play clothes?
What's that?
These are play clothes.
You mean you play outside in different clothes? You go to school.
Exactly. The only different pair of clothes I have.
It's clothes you wear outside and clothes you wear inside. That's it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Man,
man.
bro, if it's winter, those sweats is my pajamas.
Yep,
man,
right.
Man. You got me messed up. They got the heat from earlier still left in them.
Oh man.
Damn.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. Y'all got anything y'all need to plug? Go ahead and give out y'all social media and everything so people
Anthony
can
can start it
contact
up.
y'all. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, first off, thank you guys, man, for having
Oh,
me.
hell yeah,
on,
man.
This
Nah,
has
for real,
been
for real.
an incredible moment,
Come
man.
up. Like, I'm not even kidding you. You good.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
come
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Come
Back
up.
in
You
the
good.
area, y'all.
I'll get off the episode so you can get on. You
We out
good,
here,
man.
Bay Area living, y'all. It's gonna be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely gonna stay in touch. Hopefully, I'll be back on the show, giving it out.
Most
So
definitely.
appreciate it.
Of
It's a
course.
great honor, y'all.
Yeah, man.
But y'all don't need to follow me, man. If you,
You sure?
can find me, that'll be
Ooh,
that'll
okay,
be
okay,
enough,
okay.
y'all.
He's staying anonymous.
It ain't-
Flex bomb.
It ain't that hard to find, man.
Okay.
Anthony Sessions, y'all. Fuck Jeff Sessions. He's not related to me. He's
Oh, you know I was going there.
Got nothing to do with me, y'all.
I mean,
Alright.
you're light skinned, y'all.
I'm happy you confirmed that because I was gonna drop that on you at the
And
end.
I don't care risking a political career, risking anything right now. I'm sorry to curse on live, but this is what the podcast gonna do. Fuck
Yeah, man.
Jeff Sessions,
Hey,
man.
let him
You
know.
can't endorse what he's doing. You can't support some of the actions he's made. He has a history of poor decisions. Do your research.
Poor
Get
racist
out there.
decisions, by
Poor
the way.
racist decisions. Oh man, I can't believe where we headed, y'all. Stay alert. Stay awake.
Most definitely.
Go ahead, Kyle.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at BigNasty_75. You can follow me on Snap
All right, Big Nasty.
at BigNasty7557.
All right, y'all can follow
Chill.
me on Instagram _50 Shades of A. That's FIFTYSHADES_OF_A.
Okay. All right, and of course you can follow me on Twitter at PBC Tim. That is PBC Tim. You can follow me on Instagram at allfall16. That's ALLFALL.
So I have a question. Are you going to
16.
change that anytime?
Nah, because
man.
that-
Considering it's not fall 16 anymore.
Because that fall meant a lot to me.
All right.
Hey.
I understand.
That's why. But like I said, don't ask because I won't tell
Drake
you.
had the summer, he had the fall.
Exactly.
Hey.
All right, y'all. We about to get out of here. Episode 2.5. We really appreciate y'all rocking with us. Go ahead. Look, you're not doing nothing because obviously you just listened to this whole episode of the podcast. Go ahead, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes.
Review it.
Yeah, review us. You know, give us some feedback. Send us
Tell
some
your
text
friends,
messages. Yeah, tell your
family,
friends. Tell your pastor.
Tell your boyfriend. Tell your girlfriend.
Tell your baby mama that you smacked in the head last week. Tell her we got a good podcast you might
Sure,
like.
y'all, sure, y'all.
Yeah, let them know. But yeah, just tell just hit us up. We really like the feedback. You know, we want to continue to do this, and we want to continue, to hear from you guys. Y'all the listeners. We want to cater to y'all. Anything else?
No, I'm
I think
good.
that's it.
All right,
Black
we
and
out.
Black, we out.
Woo!
Live a beautiful life. Hey.